view to the twin towered structure first in New York called Casa Grande, big house in Spanish. Upon reaching the top of the dome, we will also see on the left the remains of the old harbor known as the First. It was a path.
Comfortable seating there by the pool and a nice cool ocean breeze. When it's time for you to catch your bus to leave the hilltop, please do not come back here. You will catch your bus.
Yep.
They came back to San Francisco, and George went back to the mine. Their son was born, and George
Recreate a small Mediterranean village. We have the Roman ruins on the outskirts, occupied by the Egyptians. All for sale. You know, the art world knew a good customer when they saw one. And I don't know if you remember, I don't know if Lynn pointed it out, but in the ground.
Do that, you're the architect. The solution that Julie Morgan came to was creating a lattice, which would also solve the light problem, because they hung 300 light bulbs, just as you see them today, only they were brighter in Mr. Hearst. That lattice is cast plaster. It's painted to match the wood perfectly, complete with wood knots. And had I not told you, very likely you would know. The other thing is that there are plaster panels all the way around the perimeter of the room. So it's part very old, 450 years old, and it's part from the 1920s. So it's a combination, it's a big puzzle that we study all the time. So this was a social room. This is where the guests came. They would sit and make themselves comfortable. Remember, only about 15 to 20. On these overstuffed chairs. These are probably from Sloan's or Barker Brothers from the 1940s. Right here is trying to create a feeling of the 40s. It really spread out over there. Breakfast would be short order, 9 to noon. And you probably kept late hours, so that's why there was some flexibility. The point is, they did not have, ask me after the tour, but in any case, occasionally Mrs. Hearst came back. It was having it conserved, which is much different from cleaning. It's an analysis of paint layers, and it's very methodical. In fact, it's so methodical that it's going to take us 10 years. It will be done 1 inch square at a time, all this analysis. Everything they do has to be reversible. So I hope you'll be able to come back in 10 years. Okay, so mark your calendar. That's a reading.
How old is that from?
It's 70 years old. Doesn't have, no. Well, that's because they had a switchboard, so they had a person who would answer, pick up the phone and ask for the operator, and they would tell you, they would connect you. When the last person comes in, I'll tell you a little bit about the room before we move on.
When he was 40 years old, he went back to San Francisco, Missouri, and he married a young woman. Now I'm staying
And if you like, we can come back.
צוות כנסת שיוצאים אליו למסירות ועד בום תלותו לתוך
Naja, so mit 10, erstmal 1,5 Jahre noch auf
כנסת.
Was the first pool, and the second one was about the size of the inner oval. The things are arranged completely differently up here. The colonnades on the left and right over there. The temple here to the right of us over there. And there was a waterfall with about 6 terraces looking back into the ocean. Still not good enough for them. And if you stay over here 3 times the sun, it's what you see today.
Going to my pool every day. Can you see the blue on the pool?
I'm just taking the shower way down there.
You dive in the evening stars.
So it's real gold
come
you're
out.
walking
So you're diving into the ceiling.
Very, very
and
thin.
when you come out, you're already in the water. So it's like the world turned upside down.
And then the second
I think potentially even the first day you can see some damage that was done, but also
diving platform goes down.
a lot of people in water. You know, they didn't want you to have too good of a time. So they put it back. And where you go?
Yeah, there used to be 2 diving boards. There was one on the other side.
Oh, really? Okay.
And when you see the movie down at the visitor center, they'll show an actress jumping off the diving platform into the pool. There's 2 stairs that go up on either side of the wall back there. Very steep stairs to get up to the platform.
Well, yes, but it doesn't snow here too often.